Welcome back to Theresa's Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Oh, hello my little dumplings. I'm so excited for today's video because the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism collection finally arrived. And we have lots to talk about. Full disclosure, yes, this whole collection was sent to me in PR. However, regardless if this was sent or it wasn't sent, I'm still going to be my true authentic garbage self. I also have an affiliate code with them. So if you are interested in anything that we talk about today in this video, or if you want to try a different product, use code garbage to save 10% off your order. Now this collection comes with a palette, a blush palette, and 3 lip oils, as well as a little sponge. I think if you get the full collection, you get the little sponge too. I'm not entirely sure if it's sold separately, and if it is, I will say so right here. Got it. With that said, let's talk about the Nude Prism palette first. The Nude Prism retails for $48. Your nudes are safe with us. This 18 shade nude palette with 12 creamy mattes and 6 reflective shimmers is the perfect addition to anyone's collections. We don't send nudes, we just get them. When it comes to packaging, this brand is on it. The brand creates such beautiful pieces, and I really love the fact that all of them just look like they're related to each other, maybe with the exception of like the Moonspell series or Life to Drag, which could be like the outliers. Everything looks very similar. Like you can tell they are either sisters or cousins, and I just think it's really cute. Also, it's kind of giving me Predators vibes, and I love it. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed. Now, when you open the palette up, you get this nice size mirror, which I will try not to blind you with, and you get this 18 pan, beautifully boring basic bitch color story. Is this unique? No, but it's fucking pretty, and there's no denying that. In ways, the color story kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty new nude palette, except I hate that palette. I hate it. Anyway, in this palette, you're going to have 2 different formulas. You're going to have 12 creamy mattes and 6 reflective shimmers that are new for the brand. So let's start with the mattes first. They are really nice, but I do think some are better than others. For the most part, I found the mattes to be pigmented, but they do require to be built up to have a full opacity. There is a little bit of fallout when it comes to the darker mattes, and the cleanup can be a little bit difficult to clean at times, especially the shade deeper. It does leave a slight cast, but it's totally fine if you do your eye makeup first, or I don't know, maybe just go in with the lightest hand possible. So that could also be my error as well. I didn't experience any patchiness or difficulty blending within the shades. The first 3 shades that weren't my favorite are actually the first 3, and that's Bear, Cherry Blossom, and I'm Shy. Yes, they are transition shades, but it took a little bit to have them be built up to at least look what it looks like in pan. And I found that when you kind of start adding like a darker color to the mix, like you completely lose the transition shade. So it's kind of interesting because most of the mattes didn't have that problem. It was just those 3. They kind of just get lost. That being said though, I think they definitely work well if you're blending out like say some darker edges and you want them to be a little bit softer. You can use these shades, but it's not going to be adding any additional color to them. They're just pretty light. Now the rest of the mattes in this palette are beautiful. They pair very well and you're able to create really pretty gradients between the shades. And I really love the fact that the darker shades really provide a nice level of dimension. So if you do want to have like a monochromatic look, you can achieve that with the mattes, and I love that. One of my favorite things to do with mattes is to create a monochromatic look, and I really love the fact that I can do that and each shade provides a little bit more dimension. I would say the mattes are pretty consistent with other palettes from this brand. It was just the first 3 shades weren't my favorite. By no means is that terrible, it's just I just wish they had a little bit more pigmentation. And I also wish that there was some sort of like white or off-white shade, because the shade Bear is pretty much like my fucking skin color. Kind of wish it was just a little bit more brighter. There's something about like an off-white or like white inner corner highlight that gets my makeup stick so hard. Beyond that, the longevity was awesome, and again had no issues with performance. Now when it comes to the shimmers, fuck me up, bitch, okay? They're fucking excellent and I need more of them, like now. I'm sad that there are only 6. I kind of wish it was half the palette, like that's how good this fucking formula is. The formula is so slick and smooth and so easy to work with regardless of what base you're using. Now I use them with glitter glue and without because I kind of wanted to see if there was a difference, and I'm so happy to say that there is no difference. For something so reflective, the glitter bukkake is literally non-existent, but with the exception of one shade, which is so icy, there's a little bit of bukkake there, but it's not the end of the world. They apply seamlessly to the lid. There's no texture, no powderiness, no bullshit. These are fucking perfect. I can't believe I didn't experience any cracking, any fading, any texture, nothing. Like they are fucking truly awesome. And I really hope that this formula continues to be in other palettes, because if it isn't, it's a goddamn fucking shame. I only have one complaint. Now, as someone who likes to use multiple colors, listen, I am a slut for gradients. And I found that some of the gold shades kind of look the same on the lid. So I kind of question if some of them were needed. But if you do use one at a time, it's not going to be a fucking problem. If you're like me, that's a monster that wants to put 25 different colors on their eyelids, yes, you're going to kind of experience a little bit of like, oh, that kind of looks the same. But I did find that the only way to kind of break that habit is if you use something completely like the polar opposite. Duh, you know. So for example, if you use Expose and So Icy, you can definitely see the gradient. You can see it from like white to gold, very, very pretty. But on the other hand, if you use Expose with say your golden or star-crossed, they all look the same. So that's something to keep in mind. I really, really love this palette. Again, this is not a unique color story by any means. It's something that has been done time and time again. But I think what makes this palette unique is the shimmer formula. The creamy formula is fucking top notch. They're everything you want and more when it comes to like alien slut reflective shadows. The mattes, again, they were solid. It was just like the first 3 shades that I was like, okay, I was expecting a little bit more. But I think had I not got this in PR and I would have picked it up myself, and of course I would have picked this up because I am a basic bitch that loves basic bitch palettes, I feel like I would be incredibly happy with my purchase. I think this is definitely worth checking out. Y'all know I play with a lot of makeup, especially because of having a janky review channel. But this is a palette that I keep reaching for, and that's when I know when I really like something, if I keep reaching for it. For the number of looks you can create with this palette, you are guaranteed to have a beautiful look every time. The other thing I do want to point out, like I know for the mattes, like the pigmentation wasn't super impactful upon initial application. It's a buildable formula that is incredibly easy to work with. And in ways, I actually kind of like that because it allows you more control. As much as I love a wham bam thank you ma'am, sometimes it's really nice to be buildable. Much like anything, it's easier to add, it's harder to take away. So while yes, I wish there were a couple of things that were a little bit different from this palette, overall I'm very, very happy with it. And this is one of my favorite releases that have come out this spring. And honestly, it's a breath of fresh air considering I think the last palette, the Moonspell 2, I was not a fan of it. Really just hurt my heart because I didn't like that palette. This is just, oh my god, it's so good. It's just makes me so fucking happy. Now I just need this brand to keep up with the shimmer formula because it's truly top notch. So if you're listening, Manny, please fucking make sure this happens all the time. Thank you. So if you are interested, definitely check this out. This is a great little basic bitch palette that will definitely be on my upcoming list for more basic bitch palettes that I love and admire in my collection. So let's move on to the blush palette. The Nude Prism blush palette retails for $35. Poppin' like it's pink. Nude Prism blush palette has 6 gorgeous, highly pigmented shades that fit so many complexions. This palette is sure to make you blush, and I'm not talking about the pigment. So much like the Moon Prism blush palette, this has very, very similar packaging. Again, you know, the brand kills it with the packaging. When you open it up, you get this nice full-size mirror. Again, I do not want to blind you, and you get this adorable little blush palette. You have Peachy, which is a matte light peach, Pink Prince, matte cool tone petal pink, Kawaii, a matte hot pink, Zay, a matte caramel nude, Beauty, a matte chestnut nude, and Blaze, a matte hot orange. Much like the Moon Prism blush palette, the quality is exactly the same, which makes me so fucking excited. Out of everything that brand has come out with, there are 2 things that I'm like, absolutely. One is the goddamn highlighters, which, oh my god. I need more. I need more. And the blush palette. Those 2 things, I am fucking desert island style. Those are coming with me. They're so good. So I was incredibly excited when I heard that another blush palette was going to be launched, and I'm so happy that the formula is the same. I absolutely love all of these shades. I found them to be nicely pigmented upon initial application, but for me, I like to go in with a lighter hand because again, I'd rather add more than subtract. It's much, much harder to subtract blush. The formula is so easy to blend. I didn't have any issues with longevity or patchiness. They adhered nicely to a brush, and they blend very, very beautifully with bronzer and highlighter. Like, it just looks super fucking seamless. I love this. I love how easy this formula is to use, and I really love the fact that I can combine colors to create new colors. That's what's so nice about this blush palette, is that I find myself kind of just dipping into everything and creating a much more custom shade. That's what's so beautiful about this formula, is like it's buildable and they all work so well together. I think out of all the shades, you know, Kawaii is definitely something that's probably like the shade that I'm going to reach for the least, but technically I do have it on my face today. It was like a combination of Pink Prince, Kawaii, and Zay because I was like, yeah, I kind of want something, you know, like a little touch of pink, but also like kind of remaining a little bit more neutral because I have a gold like neutral eye look. So on its own, well, yes, it's uncooked chicken friendly. It's probably the one that I would reach for the least, but when combining, fuck me up. up, yes. The other shade, oh my god, Blaze. There's something about an orange matte blush or even like a yellow matte blush that's just so perfect for summer. It's a very unique shade and I love that it's in this palette. But of course, my personal favorites are Peachy, Pink Prince, Zay Zay, and Beauty. Like this quad right here, fucking every day, every day. I could just wear this every goddamn day. There's something so understated about a nude blush. It's like one of those things that just looks good with everything. I really cannot say enough good things about this palette. The formula exceeds my expectations. I think this is probably the palette I probably reach for more because of the nude options. It's a little bit different. But again, you fucking, both palettes are stellar. You can't go wrong with either one. And again, if this wasn't sent to me in PR, I would have happily picked this up because it's fucking solid, bitch. This is so good. So goddamn good. So last but not least, let's talk about the lip oils. The lip oils retail for $18 a piece. This non-sticky, reflective, transparent lip oil is filled with shea butter, jojoba seed oil, and camilla oil for a super hydrating and locked-in moisture. Now, there are 3 lip oils in this collection, and each lip oil has a different scent. Dare Me Peach, Expose Me Mango, and Kiss Me Watermelon. Also, super sorry if you hear lawn care outside. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, the components match existing packaging from this brand, which I really think is cute. I love that it has like a little frosted bottle, and I love that the top has that adorable Sims diamond moment. I think it's so fucking cute. Each lip oil is scented, but I'm happy to say that the scents are not overpowering whatsoever. Y'all know I don't have the best sense of smell, so the fact that I can't smell it is a good fucking thing. I have to dig my nose into the applicator to smell it, and it smells super fresh, but on the lips the smell doesn't like linger into the nose cavity, ultimately wanting you to rip your face off, so that's great. Now, I just discovered lip oils for the first time, okay? Like, I've heard of lip oils, I've heard of this legend of lip oils, but I didn't try lip oils until this year, and the first one I've ever tried was from Dior. And I know I just talked about this in my makeup bingo video, but bitch, I'm fucking obsessed with lip oils because that Dior one is perfection, and I honestly don't know why more people don't talk about them. They're so fucking good. I have dehydrated gross mummy dick lips. If I don't have lip balm within 4 inches of me, I will literally burn the place down. I know I just talked about if I was on a desert island kind of situation, I would definitely take like the highlighter from this brand and the blush palette. Bitch, it kind of gets a little bit dethroned because these lip oils is where it's at. But if I was truly just on a desert island, it would be sunglasses, lip oil, and probably the whole discography of Bare Naked Ladies, okay? Like, those are my fucking, actually wait, not the newer stuff, the stuff before Stephen Page left. Like, that's, all right, I'll shut up. But anyway, that's what I would bring on my desert island, okay? Besides, you know, water too, yeah. Anyway. So what I'm trying to say is I'm very, very serious about keeping my lips hydrated. It's so wild to me because I've always been like a chapstick person. So the fact that I found something that is incredibly hydrating, non-sticky, super comfortable, and lasts for a really long fucking time, my mind's blown. So when this brand announced that there was gonna be lip oils, I perked right the fuck up because I was like, oh my god, if they're anything like the Dior ones, I am fucking set. Now here's the thing. I don't like using lip oils with anything else. Like, I know people compare it with liners or lipsticks. To me, no. I want them to be exactly how they are on their own. So that's why I don't have any sort of like lip product on except for these. It looks like a clear gloss. And you could in theory use them over a lip liner, but for me it's like, no, I really enjoy them on their own. They do not have any pigmentation, but they are incredibly motherfucking reflective. The formula is a little bit thicker than a gloss, and I cannot get over how long they last. They truly last for a very, very long fucking time. I have been wearing these nonstop, and I definitely need to purchase backups of these because these are fucking like the best. I thought, oh my god, I'm only gonna have to buy Dior for the rest of my life. Nah, bitch, I'm all set. Like, these retailing for $18. Lip balm who? Dior who? Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna be wearing these forever and ever and ever, okay? What I like about these lip oils is that they're incredibly nourishing, they're non-sticky, and again, most importantly, they last for a very long fucking time. There are moments where I'm like eating or drinking and normally I would have to touch it up. I don't have to touch it up with this product. It's incredible. So with that said, these are definitely gonna come with me on my desert island. Like, I can't imagine my life without them. I really do hope that more of these get released in the future, and I would be interested to see a little bit more of a pigmentation. All 3 of these, they're not pigmented, they're just super reflective. It would be interesting to see what it would look like if there was a little bit of pigmentation. That would be something that I know I would love. Like, instead of having to reach for lipstick or liner or whatever, if I can have a little bit of color on my lips, but have like this amazing formula that just lasts pretty much for fucking eternity, I would be set. So I really, really hope that in the future, if this brand does release some lip oils, there is a little bit of pigmentation to them. But if that doesn't happen, I don't give a fuck because I will happily repurchase this time and time again. These are the kind of things things that one is going to be living by my workstation and the other one is going to be living in my bag, and this one's going to be living right here. Okay, so thank God there's 3 of them. I can strategically place them all around the house. I'm so obsessed. So to recap, this collection's fucking great. Again, had this not been sent to me, I would have happily picked it up with my own money, and I would be like, yeah, I'm satisfied. I didn't feel like I wasted any of my money with this. Now, if I had to pick one thing, which is really fucking hard, but I would say probably for me, I guess the most unique and the most standout would be the lip oils, but then it would be the blush. I don't know, I feel like those are the 2 things that are like the clear winners. I love the palette, and I think what again makes it something that's like worth checking out is those shimmers. But if you had to like pick 1 or 2, I would say the fucking blush palette and the lip oils is like truly where it's at. The eyeshadow palette, it's a little basic bitch, but it's solid. It's fucking, don't make me choose, okay? I love it all. You can't go wrong with anything in this collection. Oh, I also forgot, there is a sponge. Sponge is good. Sponge is fine. It's nice, but there wasn't anything like super fucking revolutionary about it. It was just good. It was good. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful Patreon bubbies. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, really disgusting, but very, very hydrated garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up. I want you to live inside my belly with lip oils because we'll both be hydrated. That made sense? No. Anyway, if you want to know what is currently on my face, along with where to get these products, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.